There is a setting in your Lexus that you have never touched. It's a real function sitting one menu deep, doing absolutely nothing for you because you don't know it exists. And here's the part that should actually bother you. Some of these aren't convenience tricks. Some of them are the difference between getting stranded and not getting stranded. 15 of them. And I'm not giving you number one until the very end, because number one is the one that's going to make you angry once you realize how long you've been living without it. Let's start the clock. Number 15, your window just stopped on its own once. Maybe caught a strap, a hand, something. You thought it glitched. It didn't glitch. There's a sensor in there that made a decision in real time. That exact sensor logic is going to show back up later on this list, in a place you will not expect it. Number 14. Every time you've parked at night and the headlights stayed on just long enough to light your way to the door, you assume that was automatic. It's not automatic. It's a setting. One you've never opened. One you could extend or shorten or kill completely. You've used this feature hundreds of times without knowing it was ever a choice. Number 13. You've hit the panic button by accident. Stood there in a parking garage looking like an idiot trying to shut it off. A short tap does something different than a hold. Not an alarm, a locator. Horn and hazards for a few seconds, then it stops itself. No sirens, no 10-minute alarm. No angry glances from strangers in the lot. Same button. Two different outcomes. You've probably only ever used the one that embarrassed you in a garage, at the worst possible moment, with everyone watching you fumble for the fob. Number 12. Your doors lock a way you didn't choose. On shift into drive, at a certain speed, unlocking everything at once. Or just the driver's door when you park. A dealer picked one of those options for you on delivery day, and never asked which one actually matches how you live. You can change it right now. Most owners never open the menu it's sitting in, so the car keeps making the same small decision for them, trip after trip, for years. Number 11. You've reached across your own seat, in the dark, unlocking doors by hand for someone already standing there waiting. A partner with grocery bags, a kid with a backpack, someone in the rain. One setting ends that completely. All 4 doors, one touch, instead of one door at a time. It's sitting in the exact same menu as the last one. You were one tab away from never doing that again. Number 10. If you've handed your keys to a new driver or a valet, there's a setting that puts a ceiling on your car's speed. Not a warning, not a chime, not a light on the dash. You'll ignore anyway. The accelerator physically will not cross the number you choose, no matter how hard it's pressed. People find this setting after something's already gone wrong, a speeding ticket, a scare, a phone call they didn't want to get. Set it before that happens, not after. Number 9. Your car can be ready before you are. Through the app, the cabin can already be cooled, warmed, or defrosted before you've even left the house. Most people think that's a luxury flex. It's not. A cabin already at temperature holds it far more efficiently than one starting cold from a freezing morning or hot from an afternoon in direct sun. That's the actual engineering reason it exists. Comfort is just what you notice. People pay for this connected service every single month and never once open the app to use it. Number 8. This one's a security issue, not a convenience one. Your fob constantly broadcasts a signal so the car knows you're nearby. That signal can be intercepted and amplified from outside your house. A method used to unlock cars in driveways without a thief ever touching the actual key. There's a setting that shuts that broadcast off while manual unlock still works fine. It closes the exact gap the method depends on. Most owners have never heard of the risk in the first place, which means most owners have never gone looking for the fix either. Now, you have both. Number 7. You know your seat memory moves the seat. It also moves your mirrors, your steering wheel, your head-up display, all at once linked to your exact key fob. Drivers, one car, neither adjusts anything by hand. Remember the sensor from number 15? Reacting to what's near it, not what it's told? Same idea, different disguise. Keep noticing that. Number 6. If your electronic fuel door release fails, dead battery, electrical fault, most people assume they're stuck at the pump with a car nobody can refill. They're not. There's a manual release, trunk panel, cargo trim, depending on the model, that opens it by hand in seconds. Nobody looks for it until they're standing at a gas station with a dead car and a phone full of forum searches. Look it up before that day, not during it. Number 5. Replace your wiper blades the normal way. Force them up off the windshield against the hood edge, and you're scraping paint every single time you do it. That scrape chips the hood. That chip starts rust underneath the clear coat, where you can't see it forming. Quietly for months, until it isn't quiet anymore and you're paying a body shop for something that started with 10 seconds of impatience. There's a service position built specifically to avoid this. Accessory power on, a specific movement of the wiper stalk, and the blades lift into a vertical position, clear of the hood entirely, fully accessible. 10 seconds, done correctly, and the repair bill never happens at all. Number 4. You were taught one rule learning to drive. Foot on the brake, or the car moves. Nobody ever updated that rule for you after you got the license. So for years, at every long light, in every stretch of stop-and-go traffic, you've sat there with your leg locked in place, tense, never once questioning why. It's not autopilot. It's not doing anything complicated. It's just removing a habit you inherited and never had a reason to question. Because your car solved this years before you ever knew to ask. Number 3. Dead fob, no spare. Standing in a parking lot. You assume the day just got a lot worse. It didn't. Inside that fob is a passive chip. The same category of tech as a transit card or a building access badge. It doesn't need battery power to be read. It just needs to be close enough. Hold it directly against the start button. Foot on the brake. Press start. The car reads that chip from an inch away, with zero power required to make it work. The sensor from number 15. The pattern from number 7. Now this, one more time. One idea, hidden 15 different times, across this entire list. You've been circling it this whole video without realizing it. Number 2, every driver who's owned a car long enough has scraped a curb or a rim, backing into a tight space they couldn't fully see. Your mirrors are angled for driving forward, wide, eye level, completely useless for the curb sitting 6 inches below your bumper the moment you're in reverse. Shift into reverse, and on a lot of these models, the mirrors tilt down automatically, toward the wheel, toward the exact spot that causes the damage in the first place. Shift back to drive, and they reset like nothing happened. That's not a party trick. That's your car, correcting a mistake before you've even had the chance to make it. Hold on to that sentence. It explains everything that's coming next. Number 1, hold the unlock button on your fob, not click hold, for about 5 seconds. Every window rolls down on its own. Moonroof too on some models. No touching a single switch inside the car. Every time you've stood in a parking lot, waiting for a car that's been baking in the sun to cool down enough to get in, that entire wait was optional. The fix was in your hand the whole time, sitting on your keychain. It stayed hidden longer than everything else on this list, for one specific reason. It's often disabled from the factory. It's supposed to get switched on during delivery setup, and it gets skipped constantly. Not because it's rare, not because it's broken, but because almost nobody thinks to ask for it, and dealers don't volunteer features nobody requests. Tonight, before you lock your car and walk away, hold that button. 5 seconds. Watch the glass. If those windows start moving on their own, you didn't just find a trick. You found the exact thing this car was quietly built to do the entire time you've owned it. Solve a problem before you ever noticed you had one. And now you know exactly why 99% of the people who drive this car never did.